Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, you remember how Uncle Charles was talking about how SPY was in the chop range and I gave you guys the chop range? I said that 550 down to 542.5 was the chop range. And then we broke out that chop range on Wednesday, and what happened? Showed some nice follow through, going as high as 555.05. I did have a fib level at 555.36. Didn't quite hit the target, but that still is the next critical resistant level. All right, guys. Remember, guys, the market is complicated. Yes. The market is manipulated. Yes. But we can simplify it. We can trade with the manipulation. We got to learn the tendencies, the market's behavior. Okay? And what's the one thing I always talk about? I talk about a lot of things. But the one thing, like the theme of 2024, something I've been talking about is the trend phase and the chop phase. We had the chop phase, broke out the chop phase, and then showed follow through, going to very close to the next fib level, next critical resistant level. Okay? So it's working out. We'll see if the bull case continues. If the bull case continues, then 555.36 must clear. If it does, 557, 560, and 561.5 in play. Now, where's 561.5-ish come from? It's actually 561.48. I just rounded to 561.5, but it's a macro level, fib level from December 2021 high all the way down to October 2022 low. Those are the projected fib extension levels, and we are very close to that 1.618 fib level at 561.48. But if we are to go test that macro level, critical level, we must clear 555.36 for that level to be possible. Okay, and then the trend phase will continue. All right, to be bearish, like all pullbacks, like all tops, it all started with a false breakout setup. Not every false breakout setup puts in a top, but every top started with a false breakout setup. So if we're going to trade this, if we're going to trade against the trend, or we're going to attempt to call a top, at least use the price action, use the setups, the levels I gave you or giving you, all right, and try to trade with the odds in your favor. Right now we have support at 554. 552, 550, and 548.7. Okay? Now, what was the top of the chop range? 550. It was the breakout of that ended it, and it gave us a new all-time high. So to be bearish and to get that false breakout setup, what bears really need is below 550. We can pull back, because even in uptrends, we pull back, as you guys know. We can pull back and retest 550. As support, try to give us that role reversal, because it served as resistance, as you guys can see right there. That was June 20th high and June 28th high. It served as resistance. So to see it serve as support can try to prove to us that market makers accept that previous resistance level as the new buy zone, and that's a sign that we are heading up higher. Overall, above 550, we are bullish, and clearing 555.36 will send us to new all-time highs. I can't get bearish unless we break back below 550 and 548.7. That is a fib level. All right, are we on the same page, guys? Triple Q has just been killing and massacring the bears. They just keep going up. Okay, now what was the last level that was cleared? The last critical fib level. It was at 494.89. all right, so that level must fail to put 433.35, 491.8, and 490 in play. If we are to get a pullback, we got to get that false breakout setup. All right. Otherwise, as long as above 494.89, next resistance at 497. That is a fib level. And if it clears, 498.5 and 500, the big 500 will be my targets. Tesla also been destroying the bears. All right. It closed at 251.5-ish with a high of 252.3-ish. If they can take out that high at 252.3, then more upside is possible. It does look a little bit like the bulls are getting weaker here, but hey, do not Do not argue with the price action. Anything can still happen. All right. So if 252.4, we'll go to 252.4. If that level clears, 254, 255.2 or higher would be in play. Okay, more upside would be possible. If it's pullback time, and 250 and 248 needs to fail. Guys, let the price action tell you when it's time to short. And it usually starts with a false breakout, breakdown of support. All right, so 250, 247, they break down 245, 243, and 240 would be in play. Below 240, 238.5, and then gap fill around 231 would definitely be a big possibility. And here is NVDA. Despite that big bounce we had on Wednesday, Friday, we ended it with a pullback. Okay, our bull's running out of energy here. Well, I have that support at 125.5, and it did serve as support-ish for Friday, okay? If it breaks down, 124, 122.5, and 120.5 are in play with 118 and 116 below that. All right, if we are to favor more upside, 128 and 129.4 must clear as resistant. Those levels must clear. So, 129.6. 129.6 must clear. And then we could favor more upside. 131, 133, 135, and 136.3 would all be in play. All right, let's end this with some dark pool. We had dark pool levels at 551.7 for SPY. All right, guys, and the rest was at 554.7. All right, 551.7 and 554.7 were dark pool levels for SPY. Triple Q, majority was 491.2. And then we had some at 496.24 and 496.16. All right. Dark pool levels for Triple Q. Tesla had, majority, 85% of it was at 251.5. We had some at 249 and 246.6. Not much. 85% was at 251.5. So definitely add that level to your chart. And NVDA, 79% of activity is at 125.83. Guys, remember, dark pool, these numbers are from the big money players, not us small retail traders, okay? And they use dark pool to try to hide their intentions, but they can only hide it for 24 hours. These are 24 hours delayed. But the benefit we get is we can see where they're parking their money, where their activity is at. And when you're a price action trader, you can use it as support resistant level and trade it accordingly, unbiasedly. All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.
You